Yeah, you guys don't want to listen to music while I'm casting. That might be a little bit better. Welcome back then to this ESEA intermediate game. Exile Gaming going to be taking on Devious Gaming Limited. It will be a CT start for Exile Gaming despite losing that knife round. The T-side Devious Gaming, they're actually a limited company, a trademarked, copyrighted company in the UK. I searched on Google for Devious Gaming and it gave me the government company page for them. So they're actually a fully signed team. Exile have got a smoke and a diffuse kit on this CT side. Their opponent's Devious, a smoke and two flashes, heading towards the B site early on here, and Exile already going to be finding spotting a player early on. Utility going to be used towards B. The smoke is there for Truum, and already the pressure going to be applied straight for this B site. Typhoon, two quick headshots. And Exile, for now, Degenti just hiding at the back. Can get one shot, and he's still trying to do damage here. Still trying to find something. And Typhoon is at the back of sight there. There's one there, but he's now in a 1 versus 2. Spirity and Protated, the two players left. How can Spirity try and close out this game? Close out the round, even. Typhoon can't do anything. Rotated with a nice shot, 1-0 to Exile. Devious, they go into this game on the back of their first loss. They've played 5 games this season, 4 wins, and the 1 loss coming on Inferno against Wicked Gaming the other good day. Of course, Exile, they lost also to Wicked Gaming in their last game, so both sides will be looking to get back to winning ways. A little flash, a smoke instantly as Devious just go for the map control at this stage. One close, quite deep onto A site, and he's also smoked off. The smokes by Exile just denying a chance for the T's to be able to push out, but it does look to be mid control, which the T's will be trying to at least achieve. Wizard on the MP5. Biscu, the Irish player here. Devious actually a mix of UK and Irish players. So essentially a full squad. Nobody even told me that the sound was not turned on. I was expecting someone in chat to remind me of that. Well, the utility definitely being used, and Wizard's going to find the opening. Jester falls towards the B side, but I don't think Devious are quite done yet with the A site even. Protated. It's so low here, and still he's going to be able to find Extinct with the headshot towards B. It's still Devious trying to at least get the bomb plant. Still trying to find something here, and McKeevoy and Biscu are both low here, but Typhoon is still trying to make something happen in this round for the T side here. Typhoon still applying lots of damage here, but eventually being smoked in. That is MD Mason, the Macedonian player, with the kill on Typhoon. Leaving it down to Biscu, but still Biscu does get a bomb down. It wasn't really the best round for Devious, but they've still done damage. They've still been able to make something out of this round, but Exile, that'll be 2-0 to them. Bomb site B was used by the T side in the first round. Don't think they got the bomb down in the first round, did they? No, they didn't. Exile 2 to the good then, and a full bow coming out this round. Typhoon has actually opted to invest in an AK and 2 flashes in his hand, but playing quite aggressive. Protated. They're waiting for the flash, and it's a good little execution as Jester falls early on. McAvoy switching to the burst fire, and almost destroyed his teammate. Nice bit of banter. Friendly British banter. Typhoons at least acquired some sort of control over mid, and they've just got to be careful of MD Mason in the Z connector area. Typhoon and Extinct, they want to get something or find an entry towards this B site at least. They are going to push in, but they just have to be a little bit careful because Spirity, actually, Spirity's on a lot of pressure here, but can still get down 3 players for him. Biscu also falling. Degente finds the 4th and final kill. Exile 3 to the good. A nice comfortable clean up there after a bit of a shaky start for the CT side. The full bar out, the response round potentially coming out here for Devious, who do reinvest in AKs. Or for the first time, we'll be utilising the AKs and a double smoke on the mid setup. Wizard won't quite be able to find anything, but just has to be a little bit careful because they are still trying to challenge for the mid control their opponents. And all the smokes are here, and Exile actually opting not to challenge the mid control for now, and it does look to be towards the B site again where they want to find an opening, but this time they have to be a little more safer and have to try and get the response kills if they want to find this bomb site. Degente, the first point of contact, and completely under pressure there. It was always going to be difficult for him to get out, but now they've pretty much got the B site with Exile playing highly defensive positions here. Extinct also just towards the A site, and a good little jiggle peek allows them to outplay Protated. Bomb still not down, and that allows Spirit to at least do a little bit more damage. Typhoon will fall, and Extinct also falls here, but Bomb eventually will go down towards the back of site. A 3-on-3. Devious, they've made good work of this so far, but Exile, I'd say they'll be the stronger on this retake at this point with their utility they've got. McAvoy and Jester, they both find a kill each, and well, Wizard, he's just going to have to back away and try and save the orb. Under pressure, isn't going to even be allowed to save it. Devious, a strong sight hold, and they get their first round on the board. Devious, this is their 2nd season in ESEA Intimate. 2nd season in ESEA Intermediate. Their 1st season, they had a record of 10 wins, 6 losses. Really aggressive stuff here coming out by Exile, and it pays off as Biscu, the Irish player, falls. Quite aggressive towards Screeky. Still Devious, haven't quite given up the control of this site of A. Still trying to get an entry, and Jester completely got caught off guard there. Typhoon going to be opting to peek this with an AWP, and Wizard's got the upper angle here, misses the shot, but at least has the info for Protated to take advantage of. Exile, he's only good for 1, but it's trades galore towards this site of B. Spirity on the rotate now, but McAvoy has a 3-on-1 retake to try and at least achieve something. Just to clear out the angles, the AWPer in Wizard is going to outplay his opponent. Exile back and looking quite comfortable. And that'll be their 4th round, which they pick up on the board. Blue Sun is going to be coaching the Exile team, the UK player. I say UK player, UK coach probably in this term of things. And well, it's going to be quite an aggressive, yet again, Exile push towards this A site. Protated, he's still trying to do damage, but under pressure, gets himself 3 kills from that angle. So good, just to respond, and Extinct is really stuck here. Still, though, he can do some damage. 2 players low for Devious, but they want to try and make this work. Extinct isn't try not to overly commit to this corner. Jester goes down on site, and they know where Extinct is now. This should all be round, set, and match for Exile. There's Spiritu of the kill. 5-1 to Exile. The amount of times Devious players do 8+ DMG reminds me of... How would you say that Devious need to build on that then, Wardog? Welcome to Wardog, who is watching in chat. Devious for this round will be He's trying to get something towards this B side here. A little bit faster. And still the smoke's there, but Degente comes off strong in that first little encounter. Only one. A little bit of damage still done. And Devious actually a little more stronger as they push onto the site. And Extinct was just watching the push the lurk from behind. Exile. They've got 2 players left. The man advantage for Devious. And Devious now just have to hold on to the site. Exile really not looking like they're going to be able to do a lot of damage here. Wizard has to back away because Protated really can't support him on 7 HP. There's going to be a save. And, well, that means Devious do gain the second round on the board. None of the players are going to be sort of connecting with each other as both sets of players exit the site. And there's Exile 5, Devious 2. And so off of that, there's an open a rifle saved for the CTs, and the rest of the players can at least evenly repurchase their utility weapons, armor, etc. And Wizard's going to be peeking first in mid. Has a little bit of support through, I forgot who that was, MD Mason. No opening frags just for either team at the moment. Like boy, he did so much damage, but actually Spirity likewise did damage to his opponent. Typhoon in mid. It's good for 1. Exile or Wizard at least might have been a little bit late on the refrag there. It's doing my head in because they've got the player name and then the clan tag as opposed to the clan tag then the player name. Oh no, Exile. That's what they've done. Bomb hasn't actually committed anywhere for Devious just yet, so they're just going to play for the frags at this current stage. 3 players towards this B site now for Exile, and actually they've got the opening towards the A site. Chester finding the frag, and because of Exile's commitment towards this B site, it does mean that they're going to miss the player right below him. And Degente gets a kill, but McAvoy, what is this angle that he's got here? And McAvoy has got the information, and we'll get 1 frag, but just keep watch. Spirity is up here, and I didn't think McAvoy would actually expect that. Well, the traders there. Jester gets both of them, and Devious, that's a 3rd round on the board without having to even plant the bomb. Just the B site seems to be such a real weakness for this Exile squad, and as we keep seeing, Devious are just taking advantage. They were a little bit clever that round. They did try and sort of get a fake going towards A, despite Exile putting this extra pressure on B, but if anything, just what they did towards A just worked as a fake. No, Typhoon's going to be instantly damaged, instantly destroyed. It is a pistol force from the Exile squad, and aside from the 1 kill that MD Mason's got, it's not really looking like they're going to get a lot more. There was one there for Degente. Another kill for him. MD Mason, the Macedonian player, wanted more. Isn't going to be allowed it. So, Exile, they can be pretty satisfied with this round. Did a little bit of damage. 2 players dead. A little bit of utility used up by Devious. But Exile will now want to try and get this response to stop Devious from getting yet another round and yet some more money bought out in their bank. Hello, Wibble, J Wibble, MJ. Welcome to the stream. 2 AWPs this time for the Exile squad, and Wizard, you know he's going to be aggressive with the AWP, and it actually pays off for the first kill. Biscu falls, but he's got under so much pressure, and actually Wizard is now going to just about survive for now. Shots being fired, and well, Wizard, he's going to lose the AWP. That's both AWPs not quite out of the question for Exile. I thought they lost both of them, but not quite yet. 3 on 3. And a retake scenario towards the A site for this Exile roster. Devious. They don't want to overcommit anywhere. One on site, one quad, the other towards garage. Exile all towards, heading towards the site. Extinct gets the first headshot. Typhoon gets both of the other 2 kills in the end. And I'll be honest, this isn't the crosshair I've used. This is just like a crosshair I use for my casting. My actual crosshair you can find on my Steam profile. I think if you do ! Steam, it might have my Steam profile. But yeah, basically, I've got a better crosshair, which I do use, and I also play 4x3. Anyway, so Exile, they had a good little lead going, and Devious, they've slowly crept into this game, started to pick up some rounds. Our first pause, and the first chance to really examine what these 2 sides have played so far. Devious have now only just realised that I've streamed their game, or I'm streaming their game. Thank you to them on Twitter. You miss me in EAL. Well, I would play EAL, but I just get destroyed, and it's quite funny. It's funny for everyone else, but I just get destroyed, basically. Completely off topic. Oh my! I can hear one of my roommates playing music. MJ gets destroyed too, but that doesn't stop him. Well, last time I went on EAL Hub, I had people just kind of wreck me, and then I got tilted. So Devious, their last game was a 16-11 loss on Inferno. This is actually the first time both of these teams have played Cash in this season of ESEA Intermediate. Exile, their first in Intermediate. Devious, their second season in Intermediate. And now it's the side of Devious who will be utilising this double AWP setup, and as opposed to previous times towards the A site where Exile have been aggressive, this time with these pistols, the upgrade is all they're going to be sort of working with. Spirity will get a little bit of auditory info, but that is Typhoon down to 1 HP, and still he's going to be allowed to get 2 kills based off his, it's only eco frags, but on 1 HP, Typhoon will be so impressed with this. MD Mazin, Macedonian player, remains. He's still allowed 1, 2 nice shots actually. There's an AK for him, but what more was he going to do with this? It's Devious in control of this A site. And MD Mazin just has to be careful because there's a player close by, Extinct. And that might have all been all the noise that MD Mazin wanted. He's now got to face off against 2 AWPs. I feel like Jester here can just clean up the kill. He can. A nice try by MD Mazin, but the eco wasn't too bad by Exile. On the Devious eco, they got 2 frags. On the Exile eco, they got 3 frags. So both sides this round number 12, will be utilising a double AWP setup. There's not that much utility for the CTs, but it might just be enough to get them through the round. This time mid-control definitely apparent from Degenti, and you could see the idea that he wanted to perhaps be boosted or flashed into mid-garage. Nothing quite yet for the CT player. Biscu wiped out. Exile Wizard winning that little encounter, but now Protated, he's going to be under most pressure here because there's 2 players approaching the safe site. Protated, he's actually alone. Wizard, I guess, is the closest player to finding or to come support him. And now Devious, after having 2 players originally heading towards this B site, now make a move towards the A site, and the rotate now coming in, and then for an AWP to hold off this push. And so far the CT side doing all they have to do. Jester is left, but any kills he can get is just going to be an added bonus. It's a round that really hasn't worked out for the T side. Jester, he might just try and back off and play for any exits. At this point, Exile Gaming look to be on course to tie things up with all 5 players left. I'll tell you what. 16 seconds, Jester. Oh, he can still do some damage. Maybe another. There's another. 10 seconds. Exile just have to let this time pass and then maybe try and dispatch this AWP off of the player. Still finds another. So that 3 kills, which Exile have pretty much needlessly given away. The CTs also don't have that much money to work with. Yep, they can get some rifles out, but they're not going to be able to overly commit and overly purchase. So no AWP this round for them. 1 AWP for the T side. They've just pretty much fed the opponents a triple AWP setup. So an interesting buy, and this is what I mean by the aggression from Exile. They try to use it, they try and get something, but it's much quicker this time towards the A site here. Rotated, gets himself 1, and there's a second Extinct. Also took down Wizard way before that. The CTs, though, despite this lack of utility, are still making it work out. There's a 4K, yep. A 4K for Rotated. And Rotated. And his Exile roster regained the lead 7-6 here on Cash. I'll tell you what, it's actually quite interesting, that Exile, like their roster, it's a mixed set of countries. So Exile, they've got players from the UK, Netherlands, Macedonia and Austria. Devious, it's just a UK and Irish roster. The eco round for Devious isn't really working out as they'd need it to be. Not really been able to do that much damage. There's 1 kill there for Extinct, but I think that's just going to be it. No bomb plant really in cabin. Typhoon? What? Gets 1. And he's also going to get Wizard. There's an AWP in his hands now, and he's made this in a 2-on-1 actually. 1 player on site, the other towards Khan. Typhoon. It's going to be so difficult to really peek this or do anything. Exile, they'll be cutting themselves if they lose this, and this timing's insane. They are going to peek MD Mason, and Spirity just about saved the round. A bit frustrating and a little bit concerning by Exile, but again, it's needless kills which they're losing, and an 8-6 lead in the last round. So no AWP for Devious. 1 up for the CT side, and this time for Devious, it's just going to be a rush B. Suka Bleed. I say it's a rush B. They are still waiting to push out the smoke, the flash. The solidity is there, but the CT hold is just too strong. Spirity, Degenti, they just clean it up. A really nice round, which Devious just had no say in whatsoever at the halftime phase. It is Exile Gaming 9, Devious 6. I guess the only thing we can really take out of that first half, Exile, they'll be happy with that. They got the CT half as they'd have wanted to get, but realistically, they were making a couple of sloppy mistakes here and there. They were sort of pushing for kills which they needlessly didn't have to risk, or sort of, as someone in chat put it, they were feeding kills to their opposition, and yep, they got the round, and you can see the idea that they wanted to at least dispatch of the weapons of their opponents, but in this ESEA intermediate level, is it sort of a risk that you want to take? Yep, I mean, Devious, you can't even say that they were that perfect either. But only a 3-round margin between these two sides isn't going to make it that difficult for the now CT side to try and get back into this. Devious on the CT side will have a kit in the first round. Exile, they'll have at least 2 smokes and 3 flashes to build upon. Your parents made one of those 17 years ago. What a mistake. Exile in this round then. Quite a passive approach. And when I say passive, a really passive approach, but they've actually read their opponents quite well here. Jester still is going to be allowed 1 kill with his opponent or his teammate, sorry, on 8 HP. Will they actually check this angle? Jester is going to fall here. Spirity and Wizard, they are doing some damage, and Spirity wants a second kill here. Not before Extinct can get rotated. Exile, they've made a mess of this round, as of Devious, but Exile, they are starting to get there. Still a smoke and a kit in Biscuit's hand. And is he just going to play for a knife kill? No, he's not. Thank you for joining, MJ. See you later. They all left because the EAL hub popped. Biscuit, are you actually going to save? No, you are still going to go for it. Still trying to do some damage, but MD Mason's not going to give you a chance. 10-6 and a dream start for Exile in this second half. Hello Rampage, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Sorry, I've not really been looking at chat that much, but welcome to the stream. So Exile, they've lost their past 2 games, and this is just really the start, the motivation which they'll need. Devious, they've only lost 1 game this season, but that 1 game was their previous game heading into this. So Devious, they'll be looking for this response result. So far, again, just a passive approach from the T side here. As for the CT as well, they've got a lot of aggression, a lot of position towards this A site. They're not expecting another B hit. And so far from Exile, they're not overly committing anywhere quite yet. I'll at least go for the boost and at least acquire this mid control. Now, Devious, they've got the majority of their roster towards this A site here. Typhoon. And all the players are going to be pushing in here, but they've got no information. Now, this is a mistake in itself because they're all starting to rotate the players over, and Exile, they've not even actually committed anywhere just yet. Actually, I say that. Exile, they're also considering B site. So it could be a case that all 10 players will be approaching this same site. Here comes a push. And for your Exile, you have to get this entry fast. Biscuit, though, gets 1. The trade is there, and Degenti mistaken itself to reload. Devious are still finding the kills, and they've got the player advantage. Trades are coming in. Jester has to somehow clutch this for Devious. He isn't on site either, and only has a deagle with armor. He's going to push in. Spirity spotted him, and isn't going to give the UK player a chance. 11-6, a messy round, which again is going to favour the Exile roster. Also, thank you to anyone who's hosting me on Twitch. It says I've got 14 people hosting, so thank you all. Love you all. If you would like your ESEA games casted, do let me know and I can try and arrange it. And we'll get something sorted. Oh, okay, the nades is going to take down Typhoon. Biscuit is also going to fall an eco round for Devious, which is sending out like most eco rounds do. With nothing for the eco inside. McAvoy, is he going to be allowed anything? Potentially not. Rotated cleans up. 12-6, and nope, he's not going to hold on to the MP5. He's going to reacquire the AWP. It's worth saying the MP5 is now available in competitive play, although it's been in the ESEA all season, so I find that quite funny. Seems like Exile seems to be going back to the default. Exile actually got in contact with me the other day and they sort of said to me, hey, I think it was Exile, I don't know. But a team came up to me and said, hey, you do lots of commentary. Do you want to come analyse our games? And I was like, yeah, sure. So I'm going to be going helping out a team. Round 19 in this game. And Exile again. Just a passive approach, wanting to see if their opponents are going to push to try and get an entry kill and piece of entry information. For Devious this time, 3 players towards this B site. McAvoy, I guess you could say he's not quite B site, he's more watching mid, but it's a weird task, it's a weird thing to try and work out. A slow pace round, a minute still to go with 45 seconds at this point. And Wizard not going to be allowed to find an entry. The timing on that is actually insane. And how has Extinct just been able to escape that alive? Either way, the A site is where Exile wants to commit. And an instant trade there by MD Amazing. The team wants to try and watch for this mid presence and is allowed a kill. But the bomb for now is going to be dropped on site as Devious try and stop this bomb plant. 20 seconds. Exile have to try and get the bomb back and have to try and get the bomb down. They will get it in time. The Genti is low and is now going to reapproach from the A main garage. Typhoon pushing in with an AWP. How risky is that? It still pays off nicely though. Exile really going to be under pressure here. And Spirity actually not going to be tricked. He can get a kill here, but will be taken down from on top. Devious, they get both kills. And they've also got defuse kits. They've got time to defuse. 7th round. It's taken Devious time, but they do get a response what they want. Counter terrorist win. Oh well, first round of the second period lost for Exile. Looking at the scoreboard, 27 for Spirity, 17 to 12 for MD Amazing. Typhoon is currently top with a KD of 1, 17-17. That was a laggy Molotov. That was really laggy. For a change, we see Exile playing a little bit more aggressively, and Typhoon was also quite aggressive towards the A site, and A site has now actually been lost by Devious, and this is the site where Exile want to try and get this bomb. There is a player rotating over in Extinct who has a smoke just to try and deny a further push. And Extinct, he saw the player to the left side of A main. Isn't quite going to be allowed to kill him just yet. Just a Fools, and this time it is Exile. They don't they don't specifically choose a site at the start. They wait to see where they get the picks and they build upon it. Biscu for now alone on this B site, and he's going to be the player seriously under pressure here. As Exile try and get an opening this time. B site is where they're going to commit to. And for now, Protator just lurking on A to try and get some damage done elsewhere. That's the A lurk dealt with, and Biscu on Heaven is going to be allowed to get 2 kills. This round's all falling apart from Exile. 2 kills in there for Biscu. Is that nade going to do any damage? Not quite. Bomb still goes down nevertheless. Wizard from behind falls. The Genti against 3. One player in Heaven, and we get to player in Heaven. 5 HP. Did some damage, wasn't enough. A second round here for Devious consecutively. And I don't think the CT side are quite dead and buried yet. Another pause. Who brought that in? Shout out to Spirity. He was trading in loads of his London. Oh, he got those in trade. He got traded a load of Spirit Circus. bet these teams would love it if they got a chance to play in one of these, if they got like their own stickers in game. How amazing would that be, just to have your own personalised stickers in a video game? Well, there's no economy for Exile, which means it's a Deagle force. A couple of players have armour, but nothing too drastic. So for now, Devious are going to be quite aggressive. Extinct has to be careful here because there's two players below him, and how on earth does Protated beat a rifle in that little play? That's insane. I don't get it. These deals are actually finding more kills than Devious. 5-on-3. The Scoop playing quite aggressive and will catch a player in useless. Predicting a player on boost. And actually, the timing of this could favour either side. Both have been spotted. MD Amazing just has to back away. Biscu, no kill for him just now. It is going to be Jester finding another kill. The A site presence is what's going to be challenged. Biscu falls. McAvoy and Jester have to find some kills, and they've done it well so far. The flick is there, but the pistol cleans up. Exile. And yeah, Jester does find the kill at the end. A nice shot as well. Exile, it was around, they came close to winning. Despite being on a force and Devious, they'll be wondering how on earth they almost lost that. Another pause brought in. And I'd love to know what actually goes on in these pauses, because you hear, like in some of these pro games, or not pro games, lots of these games, even at semi-pro level, people will actually take a pause just to get a pizza from the door. It's amazing. I wonder if anyone at this sort of level has been like, hold on, can we get a pause? I've got a pizza at the door. I've done that too many times actually. I've been like, hold on, can you get a pause? I've got a pizza in the oven. How is everyone in chat doing? Are we good? Are we good? We're good, chat. Anyway, a full buyout from both sides are, I'm going to say, is this our second gun round? Something like that. Extinct, 5 HP. Is it going to stop him from finding the first kill on MD Mason? A little flash towards his B site, and Devious are actually giving up some control of the B site, with Exile still yet to really commit anywhere on this stage. Utility, the weapons, they are him. McAvoy is going to fall to Wizard. Now this A presence from Devious isn't really there. They've got an AWP, sorry, an M4 on site. Typhoon's going to have to go wild here if he wants to try and save and fend off this site. Gets one. And gets the Genty to half HP. Molotov is there. And Exile has to, they have to cancel that bomb plant for now. It's a perfect Molotov. The utility's there, but it's just not burning any of the Exile players. And this could just be a miscalculation from the CT side. Extinct has an AWP. Missed shot. 2 missed shots, and this is going to be costly now. Bomb will go down anyway. Exile have the man advantage and the health advantage, albeit. Still Extinct, yet to fall. But now he's against 3, and it was always going to be a tough ask to really find anything there. There's that hype casting we know and love. I can try it, Ginge, but you know, I don't have many viewers, so it's I'm just kind of going to be hyping up to myself. Exile then just need 3 more rounds to just close out this game. Devious, it's an eco from them. They've got a little bit of utility to work with, some upgraded pistols. That's what's going to be available to the CT side. A smoke is there. And as opposed to the last time when one of the Devious players pushed in, this time it's just going to be a casual slow down and not push play. 1:22 on the clock, and there's some banging going on somewhere in my house. People banging. Typhoon is going to push in. Can he get anything from this? I think Spirit's going to beat him here. He is. There's a headshot for the Exile player. Extinct. Might be a little bit too late. Actually, that's Bomb. That's a nice shot as well. And Exile, they've not lost Bomb. They have been able to just re-salvage, regain it. The eco from Devious isn't quite done yet. Actually, there's another kill. And Devious, I thought they were going to make it work, but a trade instantly back there by Wizard, who is going to use the utility. B site. It's definitely going to be the port of call. And if you're Extinct, you've got to hope you can get these shots. Extinct can't even do anything. Bisco back on site. One kill, a second. You know what? He's put himself in a good chance against an AWP. Against Wizard. He's going to get a kill. He gets the pistol clutch. And that's such a great round. He's also going to hold on to the AWP. A free clay from Bisco. And Devious is going to close the round gap to just 3 rounds. That's so good. And Rampage, you called it perfectly. You said you'd win the eco. You won the eco. Well played. And now that's completely ruined the Exile money. So they, again, have to work with these upgraded pistols. Have to, again, play for the picks and hope it can work out. Typhoon does damage for Rotated, but doesn't quite clean him off. So unlucky. But that's still at least the health advantage for Devious in the early stage. There we are. Typhoon will find one player for Exile. Is trying to get this other player. MD Amazing also lone. Exile, they are starting to fall apart at this point. MD Amazing, he's in the vents. That Molotov isn't going to work. Feels like a messy round, but sorry, that's probably just my observing. Exile, they're not done yet. Nice shot, Degenti, to take down Typhoon, but it is him in a 1v2. Bomb dropped. I think Extinct has just got this here. I really doubt Degenti's not going to approach it. Gets a knife, gets some extra money in the bank. And there's the 11th round. Exile this round do have the money to reinvest, rebuy. But Devious, their bank is starting to grow strong. $20 kills for Typhoon, 22 for both Wizard and Spirity on the Exile team. That's insane. He already spoke in mid, and for now Typhoon isn't quite going to find him on. MD Amazing actually doing a tiny bit of damage to these aggressive CT players. Bisco only has a P250 pistol in this round. $120 on the clock. We see again Exile just wanting to play for the picks, and Devious were a little bit aggressive there, but it didn't quite pay off for the moment. If you are new here, do smash that like button. Smash the like button and don't forget to leave a comment down below. Rotator is going to be under pressure here. Typhoon actually falls. A weapon lost and more pressure being applied to these Devious players just holding off the site. It's going to be High Ray, which is going to be challenged. Jester finds one headshot, and a nice headshot it is as well, but they have to be aware of a main. The High Ray presence is dead. Extinct. Still trying to do damage, Exile. They're going to be under pressure here, but still they've got the utility. They are going to push out 4 against 3. Degenti only 1 in that angle. It's a really quick game of trades, and now Wizard has a UMP, but he's left against 2. And actually, the P250, or was it a 5.7? Whatever it was, the upgraded pistol paid off. Devious growing this game ever closer. And Exile, again, have no money. Devious, this is their chance to capitalize. Really, the sort of rounds, the The swing of the game has been altering between both sides. Gente pushing in. The Orp's going to actually win that encounter, and McAvoy finds himself 2, and the Orp also doing damage. Spirity is left. It's an eco which Exile haven't really done much with. They've got 2 kills out of it, but is it actually going to be enough? Typhoon? He needed Biscuit's help to get the round. 13-13. And what a close encounter this is actually turning out to be. Boom. Boom. Headshot. Both sides, another gun round. Another chance to try and capitalise, and both sides will be desperate to win this round. That Molotov instantly going to be shutting down any boost from mid, which the T's had planned. And still, they're raining nades down on the boost position. Exile just can't take advantage of this. That's going to be a massive spanner in the works for the T side. Extinct, he might have heard this player in a main. Pushing out. Prototud's going to fall. It was always risky. And they're still going to try and tackle and get an opening from this boost angle up top. But still, Devious have got these Molotov, and they're stopping down anything which the T side want to try and get. Man advantage. The smokes utility is on the A site here. There's a Molotov and a half, and Wizard's going to get one, but McAvoy and Extinct, they find a killer piece to give Devious the upper hand in this site hold. The AK falls, and now the AWP is left. Wizard can't even fall back and save that. It's Devious who are 2 rounds away from closing this round. A 3k from McAvoy. And how about that? Exile, again, they can invest in this round, but if they lose this, they've got no money to work with. It's a tough call, but they will be investing in this. They have to play this. They have to win it. If you're Devious, you're going to be so happy with this. A nice little comeback essentially coming out here. B site, a rush B is what it's essentially come down to for Exile. The flash isn't going to be counteracted. The opening for Degenti. And Devious are trying to respond however they can, but it's all falling apart for the CT side. Extinct is left against 4 and has an M4 in hand. We're looking at 14-14. Now, are Extinct actually going to do what they've done in previous rounds and just sort of try and chase for this last kill? Extinct, he's aware that they will be aggressive. You know what? He has a chance. Actually, will back away, and that's going to be Exile gaining a 14-14 tie yet again. We're going to full distance in this game. It is a very close match, Scorpio partners. Welcome to the stream. And actually, I don't think Extinct will even be allowed to pick up an AWP or any better weapon. Saves the M4. That's going to have to be it. 14-14. Another pause brought in. This will be the crucial pause time. Both sides will be active. They'll be dying to get back going again. But this pause could actually cut any momentum for the Exile Gaming squad. There's a full buyout. Does McAvoy have a weapon? Did he drop his up? Did he have an M4? Did he drop it? Oh, he's got a UMP, okay. So the AWP is there on the CT side. That does counteract the fact that McAvoy only has a UMP to work with. But for Exile, a full AK setup. The utility on the T side, a lot more strong in that respects. But now if you're Exile, you had such a good start. You had a 9-6 lead in the first half, and you've cut it this close to 14-14. This is a massive round, and it's a round which could really reset both teams and close out the game. This, to me, would be the round that wins the game. Devious applying some mid pressure. 2 on mid, 1 alone on A, and Extinct actually going to fall towards the A site. That's a player towards A lost. They're also going to rotate a player back over. The trade kills there, 4 on 4. And it does look to be A site where Exile wants to try and take the bomb. But Typhoon, the AWP is alive and raring to go. 2 kills there. Spirity and Exile, or Spirity and Wizard, there are 2 players left. Spirity actually going to allow or get gifted a free kill onto Typhoon. But now it's a 3 on 2 approach. 1 minute to go. McRoy is going to peek. He does have the bomb on his side here, but the T side are going to peek. It is a trade. There isn't a trade, actually. The CT somehow take it out. The crossfires there. Jester and McAvoy get it to match point to Devious. And if you're Exile, you desperately want this round. They somehow will get a little bit of money there. There was no bomb plant, so there's 2 players just down to D. It was a lucky utility. But Devious, they've got the upper hand here. No AWP, but they've got an AK and 3 M4s. Exile, you're a 9-6 up. You're about to fall potentially to a loss. Can Devious close out the game like they want to? For now, most of their players are going to be sort of presented towards this B site here. Exile wanting their opponents to peek. Exile wanting their opponents to try and make a mistake. But for now, no mistakes being given away by the CT side. There's a lucky utility, really. In Exile, they've only got 1 smoke if they want to try and push out. Sorry, no, they do have 2 smokes. They've got 2 smokes. But here comes the mid control, the mid aggression. Typhoon actually is going to fall. There's a weapon which Exile can regain and take out of this, but still undecided as to where they want to approach. Devious are also going to reposition themselves with Visco approaching towards the A site. And this is the site which Exile are going to be committing to with 60 seconds. 1 player cross. McAvoy, he spots players cross, but it is Extinct finding 1. MD trades, and Exile, they've found the kills. They've just about made it work out. We're going to be going to overtime unless Jester does some damage here. 2 players, at least marginally tagged. Will Jester do anything here? He's not. We're going to overtime. Exile have done it. And Devious, they'll be so disappointed that they couldn't get that. 15-15. What a half of Counter-Strike, and what a response, really, from Devious. Welcome back. I was just trying to get tweets out everywhere. This is a really close game. Exile were 9-6 up at halftime in this ESEA intermediate game. Devious, they somehow pulled it back in a really good response by them. We're back underway in overtime on cash. Devious on the CT side, Exile on the T side, of course. A full buyout from both sides in the first round of this overtime game. All on both sides, and Exile just going back to standard for them. Trying to sneak any information in. For now, no information will actually be provided to either team. Typhoon, he's got such a powerful position, and you've got to be careful for your Exile here. Because they've done it before, and actually it's going to pay off nicely. This time Typhoon gets one. The trade is there from the Macedonian player MD Mason. The pace just slowed down a bit with a minute on the clock. Still, they've not actually committed to taking the bomb anywhere. McAvoy is going to receive a little bit of damage towards the site of Beam in the vent area. And the Amazing still receiving a little bit of damage, and as is Spirity actually, but if you're Exile, you have to make a call now, and towards this B site might have to be the call at this point, but Devious, they're also committed. How on earth does the Gente hit that shot? A nice shot. McAvoy falls. Biscuit is here on the back of site, and he's going to have to do some damage. There is a Molotov, and it's working out for the CT side. 2 kills for Biscuit, including 1 headshot. MD Amazing getting himself 2. He's keeping his Exile team in this, and by the inch of the time left, they do get the bomb down. But MD Amazing, he is so low. You could just fire a shot through the wall here, Jester, and you'd kill your opponent. Jester against 2. Peeking out. Spirity gets the kill. The Dutch player closing out a 16th round for Exile. And a pause back underway as Jester chooses to bring out an auto sniper. And I'll be honest, it's hard to really say from my point of view who's really going to take this, because both sides are looking relatively equal at this point. It's worth saying Devious, they've only lost 1 game out of their 5 games all season. That was their last game. Exile, they've only played 3 games so far this season. I say played. They've had 4 games, but they got an automatic win on 1 game. And Exile, they've lost 2 of their last games, so they really want a response. Whoever wins this game is going to be so pumped. Or they might just kind of be drained and just be like, you know what, I'm going to sleep now, good night. If you are new here, do follow this channel. I am Louis2K. I do casting for lots of teams in ESEA and lots of amateur events. I've got a ESEA game tomorrow also going on. Do follow me if you haven't. And if you would like me to cast your games, do give me a little shout on Twitter. My DMs are open. Yeah, people said like Exile's logo looks really nice. And it's not a bad logo realistically. To be fair, I saw the Devious logo. That's not bad either, honestly. I'm just looking at the stats at the moment on ESEA. McAvoy. Sorry, Typhoon's got 5 2Ks in total so far. The most deadly player on the server at the moment is Wizard. And you know, 27 kills isn't something to sort of laugh about. A key player. And for this round, it's not a double AWP setup, it's an AWP and an auto sniper setup from the CT side. And Exile again, they're going to be going for their passive approach. It's a regular occurrence which we've seen from them all game, but they'll be hoping to try and get a pick somewhere. But for now, nothing quite yet. Devious the CT side. For now, they're not going to be overcommitting anywhere quite yet either. Just be careful of that also. And actually, Exile won't be fully aware that there is an auto sniper out yet. MD Mason is trying to push out, meanwhile, towards his A site, and isn't going to be allowed to do anything yet as Devious set up the response nades, which do just bring a pause to the Exile push. Biscu also prepared towards his B site, but no, he's not going to be allowed to find anything either. So now Exile have to back away, have to rethink things. Have to try and reapproach. 2 on B, 2 on A, and 1 high is the CT setup for now. Still Jester yet to make any noise with the auto. But the utility is there for this A hit. There's going to be a do or die moment. It's such a late call, but Exile has to try and find a frag. It's extinct. Opening it up for the CT side. No shots hitting for either team yet. A nice shot actually rotated. And the Gente find a kill each. That auto sniper has now been heard, but it might all be a little bit too late. There's 1 kill with the auto, but it's only going to be the 1 kill. Biscu against 3. Can he get at least a little clutch here? No utility, but has a kit. And Yorp cleaning up nicely. 17 to 15. The auto sniper not going to be kept. The Devious have one last little push they can do with their money. First half of this overtime period. Exile 17-15. First to 19 rounds, remember. So Exile, in that sense, only need 2 more rounds to close out the game. And actually, Devious, they've still been able to get a relatively good buyout, considering they've lost the past few rounds. It is towards a B site where Exile are making the most noise. Typhoon, heavily aggressive up in Squeaky, essentially closer to T-spawn than CT at this stage. And Typhoon, the aggression paying off as MD Mazing falls. Soldier Gente wanting to try and get some information. Has a little smoke and Molotov to clear the side, but he has to be aware of Typhoon. Both players will know of each other's positions. For now, just utility being used. And no, Degente, you can't boost up there. The CT player's going to come off better here. 1 tap by Protated, and actually the player in Vents and the CT side are making this work out. And open an AK is what remains for Exile as they try to get something this round here. Biscu gets a kill, and Exile, they're really struggling here. Biscu cleans up to a 2k at the end of this first half of overtime. It's 17-16. Exile regain this lead. And I want to say that as much as Exile want to try and get these rounds in that, it's causing them mistakes. They're gaining easy mistakes out of sort of playing it too slowly, taking too long with it. Open the scoreboard. I can't. The scoreboard won't show anything for now until sort of we get back underway. Welcome back, Wardog and Gil. And Rampage. 25 kills for Typhoon on the Devious side, and it is Exile. They're leading this, but they've got the most kills all around. 27 to 20 for Wizard. 25 kills on MD and Spirity. Rotated on 23 kills. Biscu still only got 12 kills all game. A little bit unfortunate. I do remember you, Gil. Welcome back. Hello, Dan. Welcome back. Degente has got 18 kills currently at the bottom. Right, this will be a big half for both teams. Exile now on the CT side. They've had a break from the CT side, but they'll get loads of defuse kits. A full buyout from both sides. No AWP for Devious. as they try and get back and tie things up yet again. Extinct will be getting the early bit of damage done instantly. For now it is B site which Devious are committed to, and look out the difference between how Exile played the T side and how Devious playing the T side. The Devious a lot more aggressive, but actually mistakes are happening here. Exile getting kills from this. Spirity's got 2, Degente gets another, and that's the bomb dropped as well. It's all falling apart actually for Devious. Extinct has got 1. And Typhoon have got it all to do, and actually they're finding kills, and they've still got a smoke. That Molotov isn't going to do any damage to anyone quite yet. 1 minute on the clock. Devious, they will get the bomb down with a minute to go, and Exile have the man advantage. The AWP has been lost. Extinct gets 1, but is instantly traded out. Typhoon has to get a 2k to clutch this out. There's the first. It's him against MD Mazing. MD Mazing just crouching, hiding the cubby angle. They're trying to play time, but Exile somehow edge it out. 18-16. MD Mazing's got such a big round, and Devious, you need 2 rounds if you want to try and get this back. It will be another overtime if you want to try and win, try and take this game, get themselves another advantage. All the players now for Exile have hit 20 figures, 29-29. Typhoon is currently top. And if you're getting almost 30 kills and almost losing this, you're going to be so gutted, so disappointed. We've now got a double AWP set up for the T-side, and that's the AWP lost on the Exile Gaming roster. Just to get in the opening. Protector not hitting any shots quite yet, and Typhoon is going to get another kill. Devious, they've got the player advantage now to work with. MD just being gifted a free kill. Extinct didn't have to really peek that without any support from anyone quite yet. Towards the A site this utility is used, but it is mid where the bomb is currently being placed. A minute to go, and Devious are still wanting just to pick up these kills just to try and gain any map control realistically. I think they've made the call to stick with this A site. And this A crossfire from Exile has to be perfect. The utility comes out, the push is imminent. And here come Devious gaming towards this A site. MD Amazing, he's flash, but he can still get a kill. Instantly traded, and Typhoon finds Spirity. Degente against 3 to try and win this game. That nade doing sufficient damage. Half HP Jester returns to, but Typhoon wins it. He gets a kill. And we're so not done yet. Here in this ESEA Intermediate Season 29 game. Exile had a 3-round advantage in the first half. It's now come this close. Credit has to go to Devious, really. They got 6 rounds on the CT side, and or 6 rounds on the T side. That's something to build upon. A quick start, a quick play, trades galore towards the B site as Devious want to try and get something here. And Wizard, that's just a panic if you're using Aziza to try and get a kill. Actually, they've got a chance here, 2v2, after that nade took down Biscu. Extinct, so low, it's the health that's favoured on the Exile roster. And if you peek this, that's perfect by Typhoon. It's MD Mazin, who has an AWP, and the top fragger for Exile has a chance to try and win it here on 12 HP. He's just kind of hidden in the smoke here. He's going to push out. Oh, Extinct can get the kill. We're going to go to our next overtime. Second overtime in this game. 18-18. It's going to be the first team to reach 21. Are you enjoying this? Do follow me if you haven't already. We're so close to 800 followers. Thank you everyone for the support which you've given me on this channel. I do appreciate it. We'll be right back for the second overtime. I can't believe I'm saying it. Exile against Devious coming back right after this. I'm kind of stunned with how far this game's come. We're heading into our second overtime in this game between Exile Gaming and Devious Gaming. Such a really close, tight affair, but heading to our second overtime. It is going to be Exile on the CT side, Devious on the C side, a full set of utility. And again, Devious with a quick play, but McAvoy is instantly down low on 5 HP. Somehow he's going to survive this, but still Devious. They've got a lot of options here, considering they're now in Z connecting with the bomb. This is actually ridiculous, and I don't get how they're allowed just to get the bomb in there, but it might have been a mistake for them to drop bomb here. Spirity and Degenti a kill apiece. And now that that's the bomb in the Exile hands, even though Exile have this one player disadvantage to work with Biscu, takes a little bit of damage, and now Biscu and McAvoy both low. They've got to somehow try and get the damage and try to make this work out, but it's around that it's all going to work out in the favour of Degenti and MD Mason. The AWP cleans up. Exile get the 19th round. How many minutes per point? Per points? I don't know how long this game's been going on for. I've lost track of how long it's been going on for now. I think the game's been on for about an hour and a half, 90 minutes, roughly. So this has taken the length of a football game. And I'm still somehow casting it. Oh, I forgot. I don't have song requests on during these commentary games. Sorry. I do it in my casual streams. So Exile, a double AWP setup for them and just a default 2 on A, 2 on B, 1 mid setup. Devious, the T side for now. And I would mainly just pitting most of their players towards this B site with a little player lurking towards the A site. Biscu for now is the lurk. Here comes the utility. Here comes the push from Devious. Smoke might just slow things down ever so slightly, but they are still going to push in either way. Typhoon finds that, and Exile also are going to lose a player instantly. And smart idea by Typhoon there. Extinct finding the kill to help enter this B site here, and Spirity isn't even allowed to do anything. MD Amazing, that's a missed shot. Somehow gets a no-scope as well on Extinct, and MD Amazing going to be ripped apart by Typhoon. A 4-on-1. Exile Gaming, you thought they had a chance here, but I think it's around which Devious will be, again, stealing away from their opponents. This mixed European team are making it work out. Well, I mean, Rotated's got an AK out of this. This might be all he can get out of it. No exit kill is going to be coming in the way for either Rotated or the remaining Devious players. We are going to be going to 19-19. I'm just amazed with how close this game is going and heading to. There's going to be an AWP here for the TT side in the hands of Wizard. Extinct also on the AK. I think they just... I thought the T side actually had another AWP, but maybe not for this round. It is the last round of this half, and well, McAvoy's going to make it favour this Devious roster. And the Amazing Fools towards the A site is where this Devious roster wants to try and get an entry. I've lost track of what round this is at this point. Rotated, can't actually get any shots. Extinct's getting there, and I feel like the pressure is going to be starting to be felt on some of these players now. Is this just going to be a fake? No, it can't be. Degenti alone on site, and it is just a fake from Devious coming out. They got the bomb out on site and everything, but they're going to be going back towards mid because they've got this B site to work with. Extinct is going to fall either way. McAvoy, he's considering playing aggressive here and might catch Rizzo off guard here. That's an AWP lost for the CT side, and a 2-player advantage here for Devious. Bomb is down. Spirity and Degenti, they can't really afford to, again, save on this last round of this overtime half. The entry flash might not be enough. As Spirity gets 1, he came close to getting Typhoon on 5 HP, but Jester cleans that off. Devious, they're going to be taking the game advantage here. 20-19 in the second overtime half. And what was it? 1st to 22. Yeah, 1st to 22 at this point. And I'm speechless. I'll go through all the kills in a minute, just catch up who's on what. When ESEA loads. ESEA's webs. I don't know, ESEA their website feels quite outdated and relatively old. 36 kills for Typhoon on the Devious roster, and he's got the most kills in the server right at the moment. 32 to 28. The top fragger currently is MD Amazing on the Exile roster. I don't really know what else to say at this point. Thank you for doing a clip. If you do have any clips, you should. These clips are awesome. What does it mean on ESEA when you've been the most professional? Oh, okay. Spirity's got the highest frag to death ratio. Fair enough. That makes sense. Right, a big half for both of these sides. We're in the second half of the second overtime. It is Devious. We're going to have another pause. Why not? Devious, 20 to 19 currently. It's been an interesting game. Devious, they had a bit of a slow start into this game, and if you said sort of Exile looked the stronger side in that first half, and if you said that Devious were going to get a 2019 lead going about an hour ago, I'd have just said no chance. This is the one time when your support in chat is desperately needed. Who's going to win, Devious or Exile? It's an auto sniper out for Jester and a double up setup for Exile on the T attacking side. Isn't going to be allowed to find anything just yet. Playing aggressive, Typhoon with the AWP. Misses a couple of shots. That's a huge mistake, and that's a chance for Exile to maybe take advantage here at this point. Bomb, though, isn't overly committed anywhere. There's another kill. A trade frag. A 4-1-4 we're left in. Lots of Devious pressure being applied on this ace site and towards mid awesome. It's something where Exile aren't going to be instantly challenging. And it's the second time this game that Jess has actually brought out an AWP. It wasn't that successful the first time. Is it going to be a bit more successful this time? Exile, they're still somehow getting the player advantage. And Rotated, you're so low, but you've still got a chance here to do something. McAvoy is alone on site. Is somehow going to get the kill on Rotated? And Exile now going to be feeling the pressure. Wizard is going to fall, and Devious, I think they've got the man advantage to work with here. McAvoy gets another. Spirit's going to get two, and he gets the clutch. Exile going to take it to 2020. It's a free combo. Exile with, and Spirity with the AK. What is this? 20 to 20 here on Cash. It's the first. Oh, I don't really know how to react. There is no auto sniper this round. And instantly, Rotated looking the stronger figure here on Exile. An instant one tap onto his opponent. And Devious are trying to respond however they can. Jester being aggressive. And going to be shut down by Degenti. The T side looking stronger. It's the CT side being aggressive and making these mistakes. The M4s are active. But they have to try and make it work out. Towards the B site is where Exile will be trying to push to try and get an entry. Biscu alone on site. Notices a player in the smoke, but actually isn't going to be caught off yet. McAvoy and Biscu, they found a kill each, but Exile, they're trading out. They're responding however they can. A 2 versus 2. Player in headshot, and the other player from behind in vents. A 1 versus 1. Biscu, he's got a 2k against Exile. Also Rotated, sorry, who also has a 2k. The bomb is dropped, and Rotated has to go for this. Biscu's got the upper angle here, and it's going to be down to who's going to peek. Biscu wins it, 21 to 20 for Devious. And the CT side, I think they only need one more round. If you're Exile, you're going to be desperate for this round. 36, sorry, for Devious, and you can see why they want to win this. They're so desperate. They really want this. But Exile, they're just not giving them a chance to close it out. A mistake by Degenti. Typhoon's going to take advantage. One of the AWPs gets the opening kill for Devious. There's an AWP still standing for Exile. But now they have to group together and have to hope this works. There's another for Jester. And Devious, they're finding the frags. They're trying to close this out. Exile now, they're playing a lot more aggressive, but still it's quite passive angles which they are holding. Typhoon with an AWP. There's Exile. They've not fully committed the bomb everywhere, but this B aggression from Exile is really going to be pressured, and this could just about be game over for Exile. Molotov is down. It's going to do nothing. 20 seconds. There's another kill for Devious. MD Mazin's going to fall Spirity. You're against 5 and you have to get this. What? He's just shot his teammate. Okay, Typhoon, you do you. And oh, it's so close. But you know what? In the end, what a result that is for Devious. 22-20 against Exile Gaming here in ESEA Intermediate. It ended up with Typhoon having 38 kills in a double overtime game. That game took 1 hour, 27 minutes. What a game, what a result. And what a win for Devious, who will pick up their 4th win in their ESEA campaign. That, for Exile, is going to be heartbreak for them. And Exile now, that's 3 games they've now lost in a row. They really needed to win this. Is that a 5-1 record? Sorry, Devious. Yeah, the 5-1 record they're currently on. What a result, what a game that was. Thank you to everyone who's joined me in chat. Devious, they'll now be looking ahead to their game against Blicking Leggett. I think that's Swedish. Yeah, it's Swedish for something. 19 kills. That's going to have to be it for the stream. Thank you to everyone who's joined me for the stream. Thank you. Do follow if you haven't already.